Bodo Glimt knocked out Inter Milan, beat Sporting 3-0 in the first leg, won 5 Champions League matches in a row, and now they're out 5-0, completely dismantled. 38 shots to 9. 9 big chances for Sporting, 0 for Bodo. After 90 minutes, it was already 3-0, and even then, the scoreline could easily have been much higher by that point. Honestly, I never thought this team would still collapse like this. Because the question isn't why is Bodo out, the real question is how can a team shock all of Europe and then get completely annihilated in a single night? And even more importantly, why had nobody managed to do it before? To understand what happened tonight in Lisbon, you have to put yourself in Sporting's position for a moment. You are Sporting Lisbon, Portuguese champions. Champions League round of 16, second leg at home. And you're 3-0 down on aggregate against Bodo Glimt, against a club that 2 years ago almost nobody outside Norway had even heard of. Your stadium holds 50,000 people. Your fans expect you to go through. And right now, you're on the verge of being knocked out by a club whose goal scorers from the first leg have never even played for their national teams. This is not a neutral starting point. This is humiliation. Waiting either to get worse or to be turned into something historic, and Sporting chose historic. From the very first minute, Sporting attacked this game as if there was nothing to lose. Not with a tactic, with an attitude. Every ball forward, every cross, every corner, 16 of them total, was a statement. We are not going out of this competition like this. Araujo on the left tore Bodo's defense apart, 9 key passes, meaning passes that directly lead to a shot, in a single game. Catamo from the right, Trincao from the middle, Suarez up front as a target man. It wasn't one player having a great night, it was 4-5 at the same time, from different angles, without pause. 34th minute, Inacio heads one in from a corner, 1-0. 61st minute, Pedro Goncalves finishes after a combination through Suarez, 2-0. 78th minute, Suarez converts a penalty after Björkan handles the ball, 3-0. 3-3 on aggregate, extra time. And Araujo scores in the 92nd minute, not even 2 minutes after kickoff. Rafael makes it 5 in stoppage time, 5-0, Sporting are into the quarterfinals. 50,000 people at José Alvalade, one of the biggest comebacks in Champions League history, and for Bodo, the end. At this point you could end the story here. Favorite goes through, underdog goes out, that's football. But then there's one thing you still have to explain. Why hadn't anyone managed it before? Inter Milan couldn't do it, last season Champions League finalists, played Bodo twice, lost twice. Manchester City couldn't do it either, 3-1 in Bodo. Atletico Madrid couldn't, 5 straight Champions League wins for Bodo against teams that spent hundreds of millions more combined. And Sporting themselves couldn't do it a week ago, 3-0 in Bodo. And that wasn't some lucky result. Bodo posted chance quality worth 2.46 expected goals, Sporting just 0.51. It was a demolition, just the other way around. So if Bodo were that easy to tear apart, why couldn't Inter do it? Why not City? Why not Sporting themselves a week ago? And this is where the story actually gets really interesting. Because if you only see Bodo as a nice little underdog tale, you completely miss what Sporting actually destroyed last night. Across the entire Champions League season, Bodo had less possession than almost everyone else, 47% on average. They also didn't shoot particularly often, just 11 times per game. But when they did shoot, those chances were better than anyone else's in the entire competition, number 1 out of 36 teams. Tied only with Arsenal, and Arsenal had far more possession and far more shots. Bodo were a team that created maximum danger from very little possession, not by luck, through a system that had been growing under the same coach for 7 years. Kjetil Knudsen in Bodo since 2018. The same core group for multiple seasons, patterns so deeply ingrained that they worked against Inter, against City, against Atletico. The principle was simple, but brutally effective. Win the ball, go forward immediately, direct passes, runs in behind. No long build-up, no recycling possession, the shortest route to goal. And if it didn't work, try it again immediately. That's exactly how Bodo beat Sporting 3-0 in the first leg. Hög's 5th goal in the 5-game winning streak. None of the 3 goal scorers had ever been capped by their national teams. This wasn't luck, this wasn't a hot streak, this was a real, functioning, measurable system. And that's why last night's 5-0 is so fascinating, because what Sporting broke here wasn't some half-baked surprise, it was the best version of Bodo Glimt they had ever produced. Bodo's entire threat depends on one sequence. The goalkeeper plays forward, the holding midfielder redirects it, the striker receives it. The runs begin. If that works, Bodo are dangerous against anyone. What Sporting did tonight, break that sequence. Heikin, the goalkeeper, attempted 58 passes in this match, 25 of them found a teammate, 43%. More than every other ball he played ended up in the opposition. Patrick Berg, the central player who usually funnels everything forward, 63% pass completion, 22 possessions lost. He spent the entire night putting out fires. Kasper Hög, the striker who had scored 5 goals during the winning streak, 3 out of 10 passes completed, 30%. He was there, but he got nothing. Jens Peter Hauge, 6 Champions League goals this season, 38 touches in 79 minutes, completely taken out of the game. Inter tried to beat Bodo with individual quality, wasn't enough. City tried to suffocate them with possession and open exactly the spaces Bodo needed. Sporting did something different. Sporting did not try to outplay Bodo, Sporting tried to switch off Bodo's system. And they did it in the first minute from multiple directions without letting up. Every failed Bodo build-up immediately became Sporting's next attack. The ball came right back and the next wave rolled in. You don't get to 38 shots through quality alone. You get there because Bodo kept giving Sporting the ball back. Bodo Glimt are out, 5-0 after extra time. Sporting are in the quarterfinals. And you could say now, nice story, but in the end quality wins. Except Inter had quality, City had quality, and Bodo beat them. What Sporting did tonight was not expose a bluff. What Sporting did was put a real, functional, measurably superior football idea under so much pressure that, for the first time all season, it stopped working. 50,000 inhabitants, Arctic Circle, 8,000 seats, Inter eliminated, Sporting beaten 3-0, 5 straight wins, best chance quality of the entire season, and in the end, it took one of the biggest comebacks in Champions League history to stop it. The 5-0 doesn't erase that. If anything, it proves how much it took to end it.